with less asthma and can help you breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that's not for sudden breathing problems. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Ask your specialist about Dupixent.
Monday on ET, we're in D.C. with the cast of Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Excited for you guys to see it.
Plus,
E.T., welcome to Hawaii. Aloha.
Yep, we're taking the show back to the Aloha State. It's Hawaii Week on ET. And don't forget, this is your final weekend to experience Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios and the La Llorona, the Weeping Woman Haunted House. For tickets and information.
Happening now.
Female student athletes speak out against what they are calling inequalities and inequities within the UIW athletics department. Well, now you'll get to hear from a former employee who tells us what she saw firsthand.
Rain was a welcome sight earlier today. I'll be back to tell you how much fell and where, along with another opportunity for more showers in the forecast, and of course, helping you prepare for the weekend.
80 altars, more than 50 performances. We're only hours away from the kickoff to the 10th annual Muertos Fest, and we'll give you a live preview from Hemisphere. The news at 5 starts right now.
And first at 5, female student athletes at the University of the Incarnate Word are sharing their frustrations with the way that their teams are treated within the university's athletics department.
2 soccer players read a letter during a university meeting that outlines several alleged issues women's teams face compared to other programs such as football.
And a former UIW employee shared the letter on social media, and she also spoke with RJ Marquez about her experience. Watch.
My first thought when I was reading that was I was a little unsettled that everything was so detailed.
Margie Olivares worked for the UIW athletics department from 2019 to 2021 with the football and women's basketball teams. She saw many of the issues laid out in a 5-page letter that was given to her following a student athlete advisory meeting on Monday night.
Kind of disheartening to read the letter and find out that the women's soccer team had to stay in rooms that were inadequate when I know we had stayed in fairly decent hotels for football.
The letter discusses a trend of inequality and inequity towards women's sports at UIW. That includes issues with travel arrangements and proper nutrition for women's teams. The soccer players wrote that they were given only 1 pair of cleats for the season and superglued them every weekend.
Your basic equipment are shin guards and cleats, and to not even have cleats that can get you through the season, that was really disappointing.
The document outlines several alleged issues, but Margie says that some of the biggest discrepancies is what she saw within the marketing for the football team compared to other teams, and also several issues with facilities for the women's teams.
The softball team is the one who has to vacate their locker room whenever there's a home football game, because that's the locker room that they use for the visiting football team.
Olivares gave us a copy of an audio recording sent to her from someone at that meeting. She said UIW Deputy Athletic Director Deshina Stevens responded to those claims.
I want to continue to encourage you guys to have that voice. I do think some of the things that you guys address in there are not factual, but I also want to open up that door to have that conversation.
Several current and former female student athletes have reached out to Olivares after she shared the letter.
Sad to hear that they don't think that they have the platform or the safe space to talk about it in the way that they probably want to.
RJ Marquez, KSAT 12 News.
Now, we reached out to the University of Incarnate Word for a comment. They released the following statement, quote, "The University of Incarnate Word takes all student concerns and questions of equity very seriously, and the health and safety of our student athletes is and always will be our top priority. The university has already started working through its extensive process to assure that we remain in compliance with all university rules, regulations, and standards, and that the concerns listed by the students are heard and fully taken into account," end quote. Look for more updates on this story, both on air and online at KSAT.com.
Now we're trying to learn how $400 million in state funding is going to be used to make Texas schools safer. Governor Greg Abbott's office announced that funding yesterday, but at this point it is still unclear as to how that money is going to be divided. The state is transferring roughly $900 million to go toward public safety initiatives. Now, $15 million of that will go straight to Uvalde to help build a new school after the shooting at Robb Elementary. And then you have the $400 million, which is going to be spread out among school districts statewide to strengthen security. A nonprofit, in the meanwhile, is watching how that money is going to be spent. It's called the Equity Center, which works with more than 600 schools across Texas and the legislature to fight for equitable funding.
It really doesn't make a lot of sense, in my opinion, in our opinion, to distribute it evenly to every campus, to every district, and then every campus in the state when needs vary so much. Now, you've got some campuses that are going to be built within the last few years that are going to have far fewer needs than those old campuses.
The Equity Center is also waiting for a report from the Texas Education Agency, which analyzes the safety of every school campus across Texas. You see, that report hasn't been released yet, but the Equity Center is hoping that the information from that report is going to be used to figure out how this newest pot of money is going to be split among schools. Now, the rest of the $900 million allocated by the state for public health safety initiatives is going to Operation Lone Star on the border and also the state's COVID-19 response.
The trial of Jessica Briones continues today as the defense arrested their case just a few hours ago. She's on trial for the death of her 4-year-old daughter. On September 5th of 2017, Briones walked into a police station with her daughter, who was unresponsive. The child died a day later, and doctors found numerous injuries, old and new, throughout her body. Briones is accused of murder and faces life in prison if the jury finds her guilty. Closing arguments are expected on Monday.
Today, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office got an important tool to fight opioid overdoses. UT Health San Antonio, which is the state's main distributor of Narcan, sent a supply of it to the BCSO. The Sheriff's Office is then going to give it to its deputies. Sheriff Javier Salazar says that it really came at the perfect time because just today, he says deputies got a call about a man who overdosed but was saved once someone gave him Narcan.
They wanted to make sure that they were sending deputies only that were equipped with Narcan. We had several deputies on the way. Once one deputy arrived, I could hear him on the radio, and he announced that 3 doses of Narcan had already been administered. And the subject was breathing at that point, thankfully.
Now, Sheriff Salazar also says that with this new supply, most deputies should have 2 doses of Narcan on hand while they're on patrol. Okay, now we're going to give you a live look outside, and you know we're going to hit traffic, right? This is I-10 at Frio right now, and you can see that these lanes here, especially the lanes that are merging, are really, really, really slow to the right here, and it's because it's 5:04 Friday. People are rushing home.
I don't blame them.
You know the deal. All right, so that's that. Adam.
Yeah, that's what you can expect this time of day, especially on a Friday. It was nice to see the rain earlier today. I know the timing wasn't ideal for the morning commute, but you could see accumulations were generally about 1/4 to 1/2 inch, but some locations even higher, including Bernie, about 9/10 of an inch. Floresville, 1.41. That was nice to see. Officially at the airport, 0.37 inches. Roland. His backyard in Leon Springs picked up 0.5, Bulverde 1/2 inch, nearly 1 inch in Mico in Dean Davis's backyard. Right now we're sunny, 71, but windy. That northwesterly wind steady at 18 miles per hour, gusting up to 25. And we're going to have to contend with that wind the rest of the night. Windy and cool. By 8 o'clock down to 64, 10 o'clock still windy and in the upper 50s. Now we've got Muertos Fest going on this weekend. And our Alicia Barrera is live right now, and we can see hair blown in the wind a little bit out there. Alicia, tell us more about this event coming up.
Yeah, it's been a little windy. Some have had to really tie down their decorations, but it's the 10th annual Muertos Fest. And when they started, about 20 altars, then they expanded that for an average of 50. And this year, they definitely kicked it off with 80 altars. And some are happy altars. Some are ones that are really going to just pull those heartstrings, like the Uvalde altar here. You're probably familiar with that. Stefania had a story on that showcasing the work of the students from Lanier High School. So you'll find 80 altars throughout, but this is what you want to look out for. It's going to be an arch of marigolds, and there's 5 of them throughout Muertos Fest here at Hemisphere, and those will signify that you'll be around those altars. It's a 2-day event. It kicks off tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday, we're back at it again, noon to 9 p.m. And although this is a free event, you do want to have your wallet, and we'll talk about the vendors that will be here later coming up at the 5. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Alicia. Definitely
right,
looking
girlfriend.
forward to that.
Looking forward to that event tomorrow.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, Halloween is on Monday, and that means lots of families will probably be getting their costumes ready this weekend.
That's right. But here's the thing. The costumes also, you have to have that face paint ready, right? Now, before you break out those face paint kits, 12 on your sides, Marilyn Moritz has a warning about the toxins that may be inside.
Halloween's the time for spooky ghouls and goblins, but it's the toxic ingredients in kids' face paints and powders that can be the real scare. Arsenic, cadmium, chromium, and lead were found in Halloween face paint kits as part of a breast cancer fund investigation. In 2020, the Environmental Working Group found asbestos in a toy makeup kit.
Even small exposures to these toxins are dangerous. Lead, as we know, affects brain development. Asbestos is a carcinogen, and cadmium is an endocrine disruptor.
Makeup and cosmetics are regulated by the FDA, but unlike with food and drugs, the FDA has little power to regulate the safety of cosmetic ingredients.
It surveys products that are already on the market, but it does not approve their safety beforehand.
So what if your child wants to be Dracula? If using face paints and powders, Consumer Reports says avoid the darkest pigments. The Breast Cancer Fund study found those had the higher concentrations of heavy metals. Or skip the store-bought stuff. There are plenty of online recipes that use moisturizer, cornstarch, and natural coloring, so you can make it yourself. And to keep your trick-or-treaters safe, make sure face masks don't obscure vision, and use reflective tape or glow sticks so they can be easily seen after dark. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
All right, we're going to keep talking about this because we're so excited. The 10th annual Dia de los Muertos Fest just hours away from kicking off. And Alicia Barrera is going to join us again. She's going to have another preview for us. She's going to introduce us to one of the vendors who's going to be there tomorrow. She wants you to pay very close attention to the jewelry that you see right there because it has a special meaning. And you're going to learn what it is just ahead. Welcome back. We're going to give you a preview as to what we're going to talk to you about tonight on the news at 6. First with this, New Braunfels Council passed an ordinance that bans pet stores from selling dogs and cats that come from breeders. And coming up at 6, we're going to tell you what that means for the store in New Braunfels that's going to be impacted by that new ordinance, and also tell you what it's planning to do. That and so much more tonight on the news at 6.
And Stephanie already mentioned it. We're going to continue talking about it. The 10th annual Dia de los Muertos Fest is kicking off tomorrow. Alicia Barrera joins us live once again. She's got all the details and a preview of what we can expect.
All right, so earlier this week, we showed you about one of the beautiful altars honoring the matriarchs of this beautiful family, and they're inspired by Frida and her garden. Diana, welcome back to KSAT. Hey, so how is it seeing it just come to life and having it here at the Hemisphere?
Oh my gosh, we're just so elated and happy that we can finally bring it into fruition here at Hemisphere.
And just to recap, I mean, we see the beautiful artwork at the front of this garden. What's your favorite part?
You know, I have to say, I love them all. It's hard to pick, but I really love how my husband was able to tie in a little Easter egg with the Frida painting, and was able to split them. I was trying to see if anybody catches that. But I just love all the symbolism, all that we have here.
And then just being able to share this with people who are familiar with this tradition of ours, but also who may be new to it.
Correct. Yeah.
How is that, being able to do that?
You know, it's great. I love to be able to share that, educate those who don't know. I love seeing people experience it for the first time. And then with the energy that the festival has, it just brings a special joy, all across everyone's space.
Diana, awesome. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Yeah. All right, check them out, you guys. But other than soaking up the festivities, bring your wallets because there are dozens and dozens of vendors. We met up with one vendor. She's Mexican American, and she really wants to showcase her culture through clay art. Let's listen in.
I want people to look at my work and just be curious as to what the origin is, be able to identify it when they go to, the Fiesta stores here or HEBs or really anywhere that they're around the world. They can say, hey, I've seen that, I've heard of that before, and it brings you back home to San Antonio.
And we were talking about it with other people who are here. San Antonio really has just become a hub for Dia de Muertos. She will have over 50 different styles ready for tomorrow, but you'll also find original artwork, Day of the Dead inspired flower crowns, clothing, and much, much more. So this is a 2-day event. Remember that it kicks off tomorrow at 10 a.m. And I also wanted to mention that there are activities for the kids. So if you want to introduce this beautiful tradition to your children, Yaneguana Park is going to be the perfect spot. They'll have storytelling, dancing, all you can imagine for kids, starting at 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. tomorrow. But stick with us. We'll be back with more of Muertos Fest at 6.
Looking forward to seeing what else we can check out there, Alicia. Thank you. Now, here's a reminder. You can find everything you need to know about Muertos Fest by scanning that QR code that you see right there. Yeah, because there you can find road closures and park and ride info. And don't forget, if you can't make it out this weekend, don't worry, because you can watch our primetime special on KSAT.com and on KSAT 12 Sunday night at 8 o'clock. And by the way, it's also going to be on KSAT Plus, so you've got plenty of ways that you can watch that.
We got you covered.
Yeah.
All right, now we're taking a look at live cam at the AT&T Center, where the Spurs are hoping to bounce back after their loss, and they're going to be playing the Bulls tonight. And even if it was outdoors, the conditions would be great.
If only, right? Outdoor basketball game, a convertible roof for basketball. It'd be nice on a night like tonight, just a little breezy out there. Windy and cool tonight. You'll notice the gusty winds up to 30, 35 miles per hour. Feeling like fall all weekend long, actually running below average temperature-wise tomorrow. Another chance of rain not far away. So if you missed out on some of the action today, or you just weren't necessarily satisfied with it, at least there's another chance. Take a look at it. By Tuesday, that's our next shot at rain. So we'll get through the weekend. We'll get through Monday, Halloween, just dry. But we do have to point out, late Halloween night, we could see some of the light showers creep into our area. But right now, it looks like most of it would hold off until Tuesday. Right now, we give it a 40% chance, so scattered across our area. Okay, this is some of the rain on top of the drought monitor that we had earlier today. And notice the drought monitor, the extreme and exceptional drought over parts of Bexar County and even Comal, Guadalupe County, basically surrounding counties. We saw that nice line move through earlier today. Of course, as usual, some folks got more, some folks got less. We had about 1/3 of an inch at the airport, but there were pockets of an inch plus in some of the luckiest neighborhoods. And the bulk of the rain, North Texas, East Texas, that's where the energy is associated with this. So that's where the bulk of the moisture is. So at least other folks are getting some good drought denting rain. For us, it helps, but it's not going to have a big impact on our drought conditions. So this system is exiting. It's moving on out of here. And it's actually going to be replaced by a very similar upper level low. It's going to dig into northern Mexico and West Texas by Monday on Halloween. Give us significant cloud cover, I think. And then by Tuesday, we should start seeing the shower activity move across our area. Again, about a 40% chance right now, so scattered activity anticipated. Of course, we'll keep you updated because that forecast will be changing, and the timing will likely be changing a bit too in the days ahead as we get more data. All right, let's talk winds and temperatures. 71, comfortable outside, especially with the sun, but winds gusting up to 26 miles per hour. That's actually the most recent gust to 26, but we've been seeing gusts in excess of 30 today. You look at the recent wind gusts, generally 20 to 25 miles per hour. Cotulla, though, 33. Del Rio, 33 miles per hour. We're going to be dealing with this wind the rest of this evening and overnight tonight. So outdoor activities, temperatures will be okay, just be a little on the cool side. It's the wind you'll have to contend with and secure any kind of loose objects out there. Temperatures right now, 60s in the hill country, 70s elsewhere. Hondo, San Antonio, 71, Pleasanton, 77, but you get to Kerrville, 67, and Comfort right now at 68. Tomorrow morning, feeling like fall, crisp out there. 48 in Comfort, Bernie and Bulverde. Lower 50s around San Antonio. West Side 53, Converse 52. I think officially in town will be 52 in the morning. And then we warm into the lower 70s for a high. 72, 73 around San Antonio. Even some upper 60s as you get northward. Helota 69 the high, along with Bernie and Comfort. So running below average tomorrow. The average high is 78 degrees. We'll be closer to that on Sunday. Sunday, we start the day at 50 degrees. By the afternoon, we're up to 77. We could have a little bit of morning fog, by the way, early Sunday morning, just briefly some patchy morning fog. Not as windy on Sunday. You'll still notice the wind Saturday, northwest at 10 to 20. But you won't even notice it on Sunday. Good amount of sunshine expected through the weekend. And then we have one brief little influx of humidity Thursday of next week. Otherwise, feeling very fall-like. And by the way, trick-or-treating time on Monday. Temperatures falling through the 70s and low humidity. How about that?
Wow, perfect weather for the
Love to see that
kiddos.
forecast.
Yeah, thank you. All right, now we're going to take things outside because it is so lovely out there and talk to our friend Greg Simmons, who's not joining us live from Somerset with big game coverage.
Conditions perfect for Friday Night Lights, Greg.
It is, because it is the biggest game in our big game coverage for the district title between Bernie and Somerset. And watch my tie throughout the live shot here, because you can tell it's going to be windy conditions when we come back. More about the big game and our big game coverage, and a milestone for former Spur DeMar DeRozan on the line tonight coming up. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome live to Bulldog Nation in Somerset, Texas for the big game and our big game coverage tonight. Number 1 and undefeated Bernie going up against number 8 Somerset to decide who wins District 14 4A Division 1. Now, the Greyhounds come into tonight's game with a perfect 8-0 record, 3-0 in district. Quarterback Jackson Bays has over 1,200 yards passing with 21 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. Meantime, the Bulldogs are 7-1, are also perfect 3-0 in district, with their only loss coming against Antonian 45-27 in Week 5. Since that time, the Bulldogs have averaged 48 points a game in district. Now they meet to decide who takes a title this season.
I think it's pretty big for us. You know, we've been having a really good season, been working real hard. I think it'll help us for good. I think we'll come in with a lot of energy, and we've been looking forward to playing these guys, so we'll be ready for sure.
They're going to give it their all, and I'm excited for that. These are the games you wake up in the morning for, and you show up all summer for.
All right, here's the matchup tonight in Bulldog Stadium, 7 p.m. Uvalde against Memorial at Edgewood in the same district. Steele and Judson should be a good one at Rutledge. East Central and Clemens at Linhoff. Holmes and Brennan over Gustafson. Jay against Taft at Ferris. Lee and Johnson at Comalander. Marshall and Churchill over at Heroes. Lanier, Alamo Heights at Orem. Edison and Burbank will be SAISD. Sam Houston versus Highlands at Alamo at 7. Jefferson and Harlandale Memorial at Harlandale, 7 p.m. Smithson Valley and Buda Hayes and Shelton. Kyle Lehman and Champion and Bernie. Concordia Lutheran against Antonia Ferrara, and Laredo Figueroa against Southwest over at Dragon Stadium. Our big game coverage road trip has Andrew and photographer Eddie Latigo headed south with their first stop in Poteet to catch the Aggies hosting Crystal City. Next is on to Pleasanton to watch the Eagles and the Floresville Tigers, and finally pulling into Charlotte for the Trojans and Brackett. Former Spur DeMar DeRozan more than likely reach a milestone tonight as a member of the Chicago Bulls. When they come calling on the silver and black, DeRozan needs just 7 points for career milestone, 20,000 points. The tip-off, by the way, will be at 7:30. Also, good luck to San Antonio FC. They have their first playoff game tonight, the Western Conference semifinals. That is over at Toyota Field. That's at 7:30, and that game, by the way, is sold out. We'll have coverage for that and much more tonight. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, bgc.com for all the scores. Also on the BGC app for all the live streaming from Texas Sports Productions, and of course on the Night Beat for all the highlights. Live from Somerset, Greg Simmons, KSAT 12 Sports.
All right, my friend, we're looking forward to seeing you later. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Enjoy that weather.
And we'll be right back after.
Here's the KSAT 12-hour forecast. 6-7 a.m. tomorrow, we're at 52 degrees, partly cloudy. You'll notice the wind again tomorrow. Notice steady out of the north at about 15 miles per hour, gusting even higher at times. By noon, 65 degrees, then a high temperature of 72. That's the warmest we'll get for most of us around San Antonio tomorrow. Even cooler in the hill country, by the way. Sunday morning still near 50, a little bit of fog, then by the afternoon 77. Trick-or-treating weather looking good and comfortable. Rain chance Tuesday.
All right, we hope to see you at Muertos Fest tomorrow. Thanks for watching. We're back at 6.